Yo, good morning, my DGens. What's going on? Woke up to a stiff arm in the face there from Binance, eh? Let's talk about it a little bit. Who's upset? Who's frustrated? Who's chill? Who's fine with it? Who's dollar cost averaging? And who's throwing their hands up in the air like they just don't care? Let's check it out, guys. Across the market, things seem to be pumping very, very nicely. That's the good news. The market's green. Have a look. Have a look at all that green, guys. Things look good. Things look juicy. I hope a lot of you guys were dollar cost averaging over the last 2 weeks or so. Things have been down, and because now they are officially recovering. Even on the week, most things look pretty juicy. So looking good, guys. Looking good. All right, so let's have a look over at JASMY. Up 9.1% on the day, down 1.6% on the week, down 13.6% on the month, and up 499% on the year. Up one spot in rank to 72, a $1.71 billion market cap. Volume is up a little more at 157.21 million. However, we need to see that get back up to around 400, 500, 600 million. We want to see some volume start to pour into some of these projects, guys. Right? That's what we need to start seeing right now. Let's go have a look over at the JASMY chart, shall we? See what's happening out there this morning. All right, so we're sitting at resistance right now, 3 cents, 536. Got to break through it. We wicked through it last night, but then came back down below. We got to break above that resistance level, and we got to close the daily candle up there. So we're going to see how this day progresses, how it plays out. RSI is in neutral right now, so that's good. But yeah, I mean, it's all for nothing if we don't, we have our breakout of this pattern, right? So now we need to get through this first level of resistance, and then we got to get through this second level, which is going to be strong. This second level right here, guys, at 4 cents. Not only is it a resistance level naturally, but it also, because we have the 30-day moving average sitting there as well, which has acted as a strong level of resistance in the past back here. All back here. If you guys remember, a couple of months ago, we were getting rejected off of it very violently for a long time. So we want to get back above the 30-day SMA as well. So we have two levels of resistance correlated right here at 4 cents pretty much. So that's the violent move. We need volume to come in so we can break through there and close. That's the key, guys. We could wick till the cows come home, but unless we're closing candles above these levels, it means nothing, right? So that's what we want to see. Okay, so let's go to the lower time frame. Let's check out the 4 hour. 4 hour looks pretty good. We got above the 100-day SMA, but then we fell back below it. We're sitting at it right now. We're using it as resistance, which isn't great. I'd like to see us break above it ASAP. So yeah, that's what we're watching here on the 4 hour. Let's break above the 100-day SMA at 3 cents, 539. Go over to the Bitcoin chart. Now, Bitcoin is an entirely different story. Bitcoin is making moves. Reclaimed $97,000, $97,493 right now. A nice break above resistance. But once again, guys, what matters most is where we close this candle, not where it is right now. Right? We've got about 6 hours and 45 minutes before this candle closes. So can we close first? The first thing we want to do is close above this $95,000 level, right? 95.5. We got to close above there first. We got to get above and close above 98,600, right? That if we can start closing daily candles back up over 98,600, then I will concede that we're not going to, the odds are less that we're going to come down between 85,000 and 88,000. I still think right now it's still possible. Until we start closing above 98.6, it doesn't mean nothing, guys, right? That's what we got to do. And then we have to work our way back up to this $106,200 level, because here's the thing, guys. We're just putting in higher lows. Lower highs. Lower high, like You know, that's all we're doing right now. We got to get above this high right here to break the pattern, and $99,459. We got to get above there and break this downward structure and start closing daily candles up there, because we're just putting in lower highs right now. Lower highs and lower lows. That's what's going on right now. Okay. So we got to break it. We got to start closing up here in this range. That's what I want to see. And until then, I'm still targeting this area, right? Until it invalidates, we're going to watch this area down here, right? I mean, some people are still watching this area between 78 and 80,000 where the CME gap is, right? I personally don't think that this is going to fill until we're falling down into a bear market. That's when I think we'll fill the CME gap down here. But for now, this area here is where I'm still targeting. I hate to be that guy, but until we start setting higher highs again from this point, it all means nothing, right? So that's what you guys want to be paying attention to there. Okay, so what happened? What happened now, right? Andre De Niro says, I'm shocked Binance did not remove JASMY from the monitoring zone once again. This is offensive. And I agree. It is getting to a point where a lot of people are starting to think that maybe legal action against Binance, is something that may need like some sort of a what do you call it? What are those freaking lawsuits called? Class action lawsuit. Yes, class action lawsuit. A lot of people are starting to talk about a class action lawsuit against Binance for market manipulation at this point. Where it goes, who knows, right? Who knows? I don't personally think it'll go anywhere, but the point is Binance at this point is very clear market manipulation. It's absurd. It's absurd. And I agree with Andre De Niro here. He says this is offensive. And at this point, it is. They had all the reason in the world to remove Binance or JASMY from the monitoring zone last March when they had announced, last April when they had announced the Panasonic partnership in March. That was reason enough right there to remove JASMY from the monitoring zone. That was what? Close to a year ago, right? And they've continued to skip over us the entire time. So I would agree at this point with Andre De Niro. This is offensive at this point. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Let's go have a look at Binance's announcements here. Binance will extend the monitoring tag to include, so basically they added some projects to the monitoring zone, STMX and Troy. Remove the monitoring tag for so they actually removed the monitoring tag for CBX and Sun and removed the seed tag for Arkham Blur. So they took two projects out of the monitoring zone, but left JASMY there. Absolutely absurd. And then they have their little, tokens with the monitoring tag exhibit notably higher volatility and risk compared to other tokens. JASMY does not exhibit higher volatility than other projects. I'm sorry, that's not even close to accurate. Are you kidding me right now? Do you feel that JASMY's price action is more volatile than your average altcoin? Do you feel that way? Let's go back to the chart and have a look at this. More volatile, exhibits more volatility. Look at that. Does all this feel like more volatility to you? Does that look like more volatility than your average altcoin? That is an absurd statement. Absurd on its face. Wow. I'm a little upset by that. And I know that I shouldn't be. So Goose Fraba, gonna take a deep breath and move on. Say in 1K, guys, give him a follow over on X. He says, if you're a little confused or disheartened, Binance is still committing pump and dump tactics on our precious gem, JASMY. So take a breath and realize the status hasn't changed at all. This just makes for an even bigger possibility to see ridiculous run early 2025. I agree. Listen, here's the thing, guys, that you gotta understand. And I've said this before, I don't think too many people that are considering buying JASMY care that the monitoring tag is on it or the innovation zone tag is on it. First of all, I don't think so. And at the end of the day, JASMY's going to have a phenomenal year in price action regardless. There are so many catalysts coming for this project this year in 2025. It's irrelevant. I mean, it's one catalyst. I want to say it's irrelevant because, you know, people care about it and they're frustrated by it. But at the end of the day, it's not going to stop this project from mooning in 2025. It's just not. It's not enough. There's too much other stuff in the positive that's happening with this project this year that the monitoring zone tag is just not enough. Most people are becoming pretty numb to it at this point. So, yeah, that's kind of how I see it, guys. It's kind of how I see it. So listen, guys, we're doing something over on the Patreon that is absolutely unprecedented. No one is doing what we're doing over there. The level of access that we're granting over there, guys, is like nothing else. Like no one else is doing, okay? We have a group video call that we do. We've opened it. We're opening it up so that throughout the day, you guys can just hop into this group video call. You can see each other. You can talk to each other. You can see me and talk to me. Because I come in and out of there as well. So whenever you're feeling down, whenever you're feeling fear or you're uncertain about something, and I know there's a lot of you out there that feel this way. You hear some bad news, you watch some other content creator talk some FUD about JASMY or Onyx Coin or XRP or whatever project that you care about, right? And you're worried. You're like, oh my God, I don't know. So this allows you to hop into our group video call and get the reassurances and have a conversation with the community, which we have hundreds of people, consists of hundreds of people from veterans to beginners over there. You're able to hop in, you're able to talk to everybody and say, hey guys, like I heard this. How do you guys feel about this? Does this bother you? Does this bother you? You know, what's your perspective on this? And you can bounce things off each other. You get the reassurance that you need that everything's going to be all right, that you're going to be fine, or you get validation in the worry. Yes, this is a problem. You got to get out of this project at the same time. That could be a possibility, right? So I've opened this window up over there, and no one else is granting you guys this level of access. Everyone else just grants you like a Discord typing chat where you guys can just type back and forth to each other. You can't sense tone or context of what people are saying when you're reading their words or typing. That's why I've granted this level of access, guys. You can also schedule one-on-one coaching AMAs with me personally and so much more, guys. We're doing passive income opportunities. We're operating nodes on 2 different projects over there, one of them including Junction. We're doing DeFi staking, crazy APY on DeFi staking opportunities, and so much more. Swing trade opportunities, guys. So get over to the Patreon. The link is down below in the description. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.